At 65, Marie Osmond says he was the only one who could do that to me. Marie Osmond was born Olive Marie Osmond on October 13, 1959 in Thepperty City of Ogden, Utah, USA, a place known for its beautiful mountains, nice neighborhoods, and friendly communities. Right from the start, it was clear that Marie was meant for something special. She was born into a family that was not only big but also loved music very much, making her childhood a place full of creativity, performing, and art. As the eighth child out of nine kids, Marie's childhood was anything but normal. Her home was a busy place full of action filled with the constant sound-off practice, the strumming of guitars, the tapping of drums, and the beautiful sing of the Osmond children. Her parents, George and Olive Osmond, were amazing people in their own way. George, a great musician and strict but caring father, and Olive, a loving mother with a love for singing, gave both rules and encouragement at the same time. They taught their children to love music, performing, and being professional, building the base for Marie's lifelong love of the world of entertainment. From her earliest days, it was clear that Marie Osmond had an amazing gift. Her voice had a natural clearness and sweetness that could charm anyone wholehearted. And even as a young child, she showed a sense of music skills that made her different from other kids. Growing up in the Osmond house, where music was a main part of daily life, Marie learned the beats, tunes, and harmonies that were all around her. It became natural for her to sing along with her brothers and sisters, harmonize without thinking, and perform with a sense of grace that seemed too grown up for her young age. Seeing her natural talent, her parents helped her skills with care and hard work. They set up voice training, encouraged regular practice, and let her join in musical activities that made her skills even better. By the age of 5, Marie was already showing a level of being professional and stage presence that impressed family, friends, teachers, and music helpers, showing that she was on a path to stardom from a very young age. Marie Osmond's first time in the bigger world of entertainment came surprisingly early. At just 3 years old, she made her first television appearance on the very popular Andy Williams Show, a variety program that had singing, comedy, and celebrity guests, and was watched a lot across the United States. This first performance was more than just a quick moment. It was an early look off the star that Marie would become. Dressed in her childlike innocence with a bright smile and sparkling eyes, she did her performance with confidence, charm, and a vocal ability that amazed viewers. People in the business quickly saw her potential, and audiences were fascinated by the sight of such a young girl performing with calmness and grace. This early time on national television not only showed her amazing talent but also set up the many big opportunities that would follow in her career, making her a remarkable presence in the entertainment world from the very start. Marie's role within the family music group The Osmonds marked a big chapter in her growth as an artist. The Osmonds were made up of her brothers Alan, Wayne, Merrill, Jay, Donnie, and Jimmy alongside Marie, who brought a special vocal view to the group. During the 1970s, the Osmonds became very famous, known for their wholesome all-American image and catchy pop tunes that appealed to audiences of all ages. The family's performances were known for tight harmonies, matching dance moves, and a steady sense of charm and being professional. For Marie, being part of this musical family gave not only a place to show her talent, but also a learning experience in the hard work and demands of the entertainment business. Performing alongside her brothers, she learned the details of stage presence, teamwork, and audience connection, skills that would help her well in her solo career. Two big moments in Marie Osmond's early career were the success of the Osmonds' hit One Bad Apple and Marie's first solo hit Paper Roses. Released in 1970, One Bad Apple became a famous song of the time, topping charts and making the Osmonds major figures in the music business. Its catchy melody, relatable lyrics, and clean appeal captured the hearts of listeners nationwide, showing the money-making potential of the family group. Meanwhile, Marie Osmond's solo start came with the release of Paper Roses in 1973, a defining moment that made her status as a rising star solid. At only 13 years old, she showed remarkable maturity and emotional depth in her singing, bringing heartfelt detail to note. The title track connected with audiences. Its tender lyrics and gentle delivery showing Marie's ability to connect on an emotional level far beyond her years. The album Success was proof of her talent. It not only topped country music charts, but also got crossover appeal on the Billboard Hot 100, letting Marie a diverse audience and get recognition beyond the country type. Her real innocence, charisma, and vocal honesty made her a lovable figure to fans, making sure her place as a beloved artist from the start. Following this win, Marie Osmond continued to build an impressive ecosystem of hits that showed both versatility and a natural understanding of her audience. In 1974, she released In My Little Corner of the World, a song that showed charm, hope, and sweetness. Its uplifting melody and Marie's soft, expressive vocals fascinated listeners, making stronger a reputation as a singer capable of showing both joy and heartfelt emotion. The song's universal appeal made her growing fan base stronger and proved her ability to keep success beyond a first hit. By 1977, Marie was exploring new musical directions. Clear in her release of This Is the Way That I Feel. This track marked a style evolution, mixing pop and adult contemporary elements with her signature country-influenced vocals. Each had Marie's willingness to try new things while staying real, highlighting her growth as a confident, versatile artist capable of handling multiple musical landscapes. The song's upbeat tempo, memorable chorus, and polished production further made solid her status as a performer with both depth and range, proving that Marie Osmond was not just a short-lived child star, but a lasting talent in the entertainment business. After experiencing the expected ups and downs that come with a long and changing career in the entertainment business, Marie Osmond made a spectacular and winning return to the music scene in mid-1980s. This period marked a rebirth in her professional life, showing not only her lasting talent, but also her strength and ability to reinvent herself as an artist. Her comeback was announced by the release of the country pop album There's No Stopping Your Heart in 1985, an album that perfectly captured the spirit of the time while staying true to the heartfelt, emotionally strong style that had always defined Marie's work. The album showed her signature crystal clear vocals, mixing country twang with polished pop feelings, and it highlighted her remarkable ability to adapt in handling the changing landscape of contemporary music. Critics praised Marie for her ability to stay current without compromising the honesty and realness that had made her dear to fans since her early days as a child prodigy. Commercially, the album was a huge success, climbing the charts and producing multiple hit singles, making solid her place once again as a major force in the music business. In addition to her solo work, Marie Osmond's career was made richer by memorable collaborations with fellow musicians, highlighting her ability to create powerful musical chemistry with other artists. One particular innovative collaboration was with talented singer-songwriter Paul Davis on the hit duet You're Still New to Me, released in 1986. The song quickly became an instant success, connecting with audiences thanks to its touching lyrics, tender melodies, and the smooth blending of Marie's heartfelt vocals with Davis' smooth, emotional delivery. The track showed Marie's versatility, showing that she could move easily between solo stardom and collaborative approach while keeping a unique and compelling presence. You're Still New tone not only topped the country charts, but also became a fan favorite, showing the warmth, honesty, and expressive detail that had always been at the heart of her performances. This duet remains proof of Marie's lasting ability to connect with audiences on a deeply emotional level. Whether performing alone or alongside other accomplished artists, Marie Osmond's talents were far from limited to recording studio. She also went successfully into television, showing an ease and charisma that made her a natural on-screen presence. In the late 1990s, she took on the challenge of hosting her own daily talk show fittingly titled Marie. This program gave a platform for Marie to show her many talents, including her wit, charm, interviewing skills, and natural ability to connect with people. The show offered a diverse mix of entertainment, mixing celebrity interviews, lifestyle segments, inspiring stories, and light-hearted humor. Marie's warmth and realness were on full display as she talked with her guests, easily creating an inviting and close atmosphere for both the studio audience and viewers. Her friendly personality and caring nature let her connect with people from all walks of life, whether sharing heartwarming human interest stories or interviewing major celebrities. And this made Marie not just a talk show, but a space where audiences felt understood and entertained. Beyond television, Marie Osmond also proved herself as a strong presence on the stage, embracing the demanding world of live theater and Broadway. With both grace and being professional, her theater career highlighted her versatility as a performer, letting her explore roles that required not only listening ability, but also emotional depth and dramatic skill. Among her most notable Broadway achievements was her portrayal of Maria Von Trapp in Theatrum's musical The Sound of Music. The story of the Von Trapp family's struggles and wins during World War II has long fascinated audiences, and Mary Cinder Pepperton of Maria brought a fresh and heartfelt energy to the Bella Vecchia actor. Her performance was marked by emotional realness, charm, and vocal brilliance, earning her critical acclaim and further making solid her reputation as a performer capable of going beyond types and mediums. Another significant milestone in her theater career was her performance in King and I, where she took on the challenging role of Anna Leonowens. This strong-willed British schoolteacher Hope becomes the governess to the children of the King of Siam. This role required Mary to handle complex themes of cultural clash, personal growth, and emotional detail, and she did so with grace, intelligence, and charisma. Her portrayal highlighted not only her vocal talents but also her acting abilities, letting audiences experience the full range of her artistic capabilities. Critics and theatergoers alike praised her for bringing realness, warmth, and an engaging presence to the role, further cementing her legacy as a many-sided performer capable of excelling in both musical and dramatic contexts. Marie Osmond has experienced a complex and eventful personal life, particularly when it comes to her relationships and marriages. Over the years, she has been married 3 times, though interestingly 2 of those marriages involved the same man, highlighting the lasting connections and second chances that have shaped her personal journey. Her marriages and the family she built within them reflect both her deep commitment to family values and the challenges that even high-profile public figures face in keeping long-term relationships. Osmond's first marriage took place in 1982 when she wed Stephen Lyle Craig, a talented athlete who played basketball at Brigham Young University. This marriage at the time was viewed as onion of young love, with Osmond entering this new chapter amid her rising fame in the entertainment business. The couple welcomed their only child together, a son named Stephen James Craig, in 1983. As a mother, Osmond embraced their responsibilities and joys of parenthood while balancing the demands of her career, which included recording music, performing on stage, and appearing on television. Despite their shared love and the joy of welcoming a child, the pressures of young adulthood, combined with the challenges of keeping a marriage under the public eye, ultimately led to their divorce in October 1985. Shortly thereafter, on October 28, 1986, Marie Osmond entered a new chapter of her personal life by marrying Brian Blosel in a ceremony at the Jordan River Temple in Utah. This marriage marked a significant and deeply personal commitment, reflecting both Osmond's faith and her desire to build a large family. Over the course of their marriage, Osmond and Blosel became parents to 7 children, a unique blend of biological and adopted children that show their dedication to family and compassion for children in need of a loving home. Their 2 biological children, Rachel and Matthew, were joined by 5 adopted children, Jessica, Michael, Brandon, Brianna, and Abigail. This decision to adopt multiple children showed Osmond's nurturing nature and her commitment to providing a stable, loving environment for children regardless of biology. While the marriage lasted for over 2 decades, Osmond and Blosel eventually announced their separation in March 2007. Both parties released a joint statement emphasizing that neither assigned fault for the divorce, proof of the mutual respect and understanding that characterized their relationship even as it ended. Remarkably, Marie Osmond later found her way back to her first love. On May 4, 2011, she remarried Stephen Lyle Craig in a touching and intimate ceremony at the Las Vegas, Nevada Temple. In a symbolic nod to the past, Osmond chose to wear the same wedding dress she had worn nearly 3 decades earlier in 1982, a gesture that highlighted both nostalgia and continuity in her life story. Their marriage occurred just months before their son's wedding, adding a layer of family significance and celebration to the occasion. This second union with Craig not only represented a rekindling of a once-paused romance, but also showed Osmond's lasting belief in love, forgiveness, and the possibility of second chances. Through her 3 marriages, Marie Osmond has handled the highs and lows of love, family, and personal growth. Her story reflects strength, the lasting bonds of family, and an unwavering commitment to the people she loves. Whether as a mother of biological and adopted children or as a wife embracing both first and second chances, Osmond's personal life provides a rich story of devotion, compassion, and the complexities of keeping relationships over time. Marie Osmond truly hated himmer than anyone. A feeling that shocks many because of the public's perception of her and Andy Gibb as friendly, almost inseparable figures in the entertainment world at one point. I could never understand him, and that made me furious, Marie confessed, reflecting on the intense mixture of admiration and resentment that characterized their relationship. On the surface, Andy appeared charming, effortless, and easily likable, qualities that drew people to him naturally. But behind the glittering exterior, Marie saw something that unsettled her deeply. Everyone loved Andy. Everyone adored him. But I couldn't stand him. There was something beneath the surface that made my blood boil, she admitted, revealing the complex emotions that defined their interactions. Her hatred, however, wasn't born of mere jealousy or competition. It was rooted in a deep disappointment, a sense that someone she had trusted and once cared for could betray or manipulate her trust so subtly yet so effectively. Marie's anger was made worse by the contrast between Andy's public persona and the private reality she experienced. On camera, he was this sweet, innocent, golden boy, she explained. But off camera, he could be cruel without even realizing it. Or maybe he did realize it, and that made it worse. This duality was tortuous for Marie, who valued honesty and realness in a world dominated by image and illusion. She found herself constantly trying to reconcile the charming, talented figure Iverio separated with the man who left her feeling diminished, frustrated, and emotionally exhausted. It was exhausting, always wondering if person smiling at me was the real Andy or just another mask, she said. The mental confusion between admiration and repulsion fueled a deep emotional tension that grew over time, transforming initial irritation into outright hatred. The depth of her feelings was also fueled by personal experiences that left a lasting imprint. I felt like he took advantage of my kindness, my willingness to see good in him, Marie said. Their interactions were filled with moments of confusion, disappointment, and occasionally heartbreak. Andy's charisma made it difficult to confront him directly. Yet, Marie couldn't ignore the sting of perceived slights or betrayals. I hated that heckled hurt me without even trying and still make me feel like I was overeating, she admitted. This kind of emotional whiplash, feeling at the same time drawn to and repelled by Simeon, often creates a complicated mix of admiration, frustration, and ultimately animosity. In Marie's case, the feelings came together into a deep loathing that became difficult to put into words, but impossible to ignore. Her hatred, Marie revealed, was also due to a sense of protectiveness over herself and her own life. I had to hate him to survive my feelings for him, she explained, indicating that her animosity was as much about self-preservation as it was about anger toward Andy. She recognized that without creating a mental barrier, her natural affection for his talent, charm, or humor might make her vulnerable to continued emotional harm. I loved him in a way that scared me, but hating him made me feel safe, she confessed. This paradox, where love and hatred ceased, illustrates the intensity of her emotional experience, highlighting that their feelings were deeply personal and not merely performative or reactive. Finally, Marie's reflections carry a sense of catharsis, a recognition that their hatred was intertwined with complex layers of human emotion. I hated him, yes, more than anyone, but it was because I saw him clearly and I couldn't ignore the truth about who he really was. She said, this acknowledgement is not just about Andy Gibb as an individual. It is about Marie Osmond's own journey through trust, disappointment, and the messy realities of human relationships. Her honesty offers an unflinching look at the sometimes painful truth in public personas and the private emotions that accompany them. It is a stark reminder that even in the glare of fame, emotions are raw, real, and sometimes contradictory, and that, when examined honestly, can reveal profound insights into one's values, boundaries, and capacity for self-preservation. For